You guys like RPGs? Hello, Jar. My name's King Pickle. I am back at the corner where I make low-effort content. This is officially the corner of low-effort content. The Prophecy Child. 530 whatever days since we got a Nintendo Direct, and Nintendo has given it. I genuinely thought that we were done with Directs. You know, I thought, they hired Doug Bowser, we haven't really gotten any Directs since then, maybe that's the new place they're taking the company, whatever. No. Directs are hopefully back. I'm not asking for, like, a bunch, but maybe 2 more full-on Directs throughout the rest of the year. One around E3 time, and then one at the end of the year. It's kind of, I don't know. But we were expecting some big boy things for this upcoming Direct. Not because Nintendo doesn't have stuff coming out right now, but because they've announced a lot of stuff that we haven't seen anything of. We were going into this seeing nothing of Bayonetta 3, nothing of Breath of the Wild 2, nothing of Metroid Prime 4, and by the end of it, we saw nothing of Bayonetta 3, nothing of Breath of the Wild 2, and nothing of Metroid Prime 4. I said this on my Twitter, but Nintendo is the king of giving us stuff that I didn't know I wanted, but not giving me the thing I originally wanted. So yeah, we should probably talk about Breath of the Wild. Sadly, it was not showed off at the at the Direct, but I forget his name, the director, the maker of the Zelda series, did say that we'd be getting information in this year, and that development is going along smoothly, unlike Metroid Prime 4, and that we're still getting information. It's fine. It's just not, they just don't have stuff to show off at this point in time, which I am 100% fine with. Honestly, I love that they did that instead of just not having anything in the Direct. So that's a bit of a bummer, but at the same time, I'm gonna expect information around summertime. Now, I think that means we're probably not getting Breath of the Wild this year, right? Like, if they were planning to release it, like, this Christmas, they'd be showing us footage by now. But that's a little bit of a bummer. Nothing on Metroid Prime 4 or Bayonetta 3, which we kind of expected. I mean, Metroid Prime 4 is still, like, I don't know what's going on over at Retro Studios. Like, are they just like, how do we make video games? And we were also going into this hoping for some anniversary stuff. I know that there was an anniversary for Pokemon, Zelda, Metroid, and Donkey Kong. Nothing on Donkey Kong or Metroid, which I'm fine with. It's okay. A lot of people really want a new Donkey Kong game. I do too, but again, Retro Studios, who makes the Donkey Kong Country games, or has made the 2 most recent ones, are working on Metroid Prime 4. So don't expect a Donkey Kong game for a while. I honestly am not even sure if they'll have one on Switch, because I think Nintendo looks at it as Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze plus Funky Kong, the port from the Wii U, as the Switch Donkey Kong, even though it was a Wii U game, but that's just how Nintendo operates. That's also what I think is going on with Mario Kart, because honestly, I'm fine without a new Mario Kart for, like, another year, you know? I know Mario Kart 8 came out 2014, and people are clamoring for a new one, but honestly, I'm fine right now. My only fear is that, they're gonna be like, they've been making a lot of Mario Kart spin-offs with Home Circuit and, Tour. My only fear is that they'll go down that route, and just ignore the mainline series for a little bit, but whatever, we're good on that end for now. And then, Pokemon was the other big anniversary. I also didn't expect anything from Pokemon. We know they like to do their own stuff, outside Nintendo Directs. They've been doing that even when Nintendo Directs were consistently happening. So yeah, I think they're going to do something on Pokemon Day, wherever that is. But whatever. Let's go into what we actually did get, starting with Zelda, Skyward Sword. I thought Nintendo would be done porting Wii U games. I thought Nintendo would be done porting 6-year-old games to the Switch, because they ran out of Wii U games to port, but nope, now they're just gonna port 10-year-old games to the Switch, which is nice. It's the Nintendo tax of. Oh, you mean Skyward Sword? You know, the game that came out 10 years ago? Still $60, still a full game. Which, that's dumb. That's stupid. I was able to kind of, in my mind, almost defend Mario 3D All-Stars. At least that's 3 games, you know? Like, I think it's more ludicrous to say $60 for Skyward Sword than $20 for Sunshine or 64. Even if they're much older games. But yeah, we got Skyward Sword. No mention of Zelda 35th Anniversary, which, I mean, I'm expecting anniversary stuff for Zelda, obviously, but not like an anniversary 3D All-Stars, because, although it'd be really cool, but, because it's like, just because they did for Mario, that doesn't mean anything, you know? Like, because as we all know, the thing Nintendo's most famous for is doing the same thing multiple times, and like, I don't know, I still think that a 35th, anniversary is just a weird number for an anniversary, like, 40, I guess, 30, yeah, but 35, that's just a weird number, right? But hopefully we get something Zelda-related. Other big port coming to Switch is, Miitopia, which is a 3DS game being charged $40, which might be more outrageous than a Wii game being charged for $60. When I saw Miitopia trailer, I wanted it because I saw it on 3DS. It looks like a really good game. It looked fun. But now that I know that's $40, no wait, like that's not for me, dog. And then obviously there's all the indie stuff Nintendo likes to show off. There's a really bad looking zombie game. Wild Worlds is what I think it's called. That looks okay. Not really my kind of thing. I don't like games where you have to dive into like the lore to truly play it. I don't know. I've never gotten too big into like lore. For most video games, I guess I just take the surface level stuff when it comes to my games, but that's really fun. Age of Calamity is getting an expansion pass, which $20 is a bit steep, but I'm gonna have to see what the actual expansion pass is. But I've just started playing that game literally yesterday, and it's really good. I haven't seen a better combat system implemented, maybe ever, if not since Spider-Man. I haven't played Devil May Cry, but it kind of reminds me of that style of over-the-top gameplay. And if you were turned off by the original Hyrule Warriors like I was, maybe still try and give Age of Calamity a shot, because I didn't think I'd like Age of Calamity as much as I am. And then Capcom, the more that I think about it, was all over the place. They had Monster Hunter Rise, which I feel like people don't get the sort of level of like hype this should be getting, because like it's a exclusively Switch Monster Hunter game, when the last Monster Hunter game sold like 18 million or 16 million copies. I feel like this should be bigger than it is. That looks really cool. And then Capcom's also doing their own sort of Nintendo Online service, where they're releasing 30 of their old arcade games onto the Switch. Only you have to buy the rest of them, because if there's one thing I want to spend $20 on, it's bad old video games. And then also they're making a remake of the Ghosts and Goblins game from the NES. It looks bad. It looks real bad. It looks really rough around the edges. What other games did they announce? DC's Supergirls. Why did they throw that into a Nintendo Direct? I don't know. Money, probably. But, that's really cool. And then, oh yeah, we got a new Smash Bros. Character. I don't remember their names, but they seem pretty cool. It's 2 characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And, I mean, cool. I don't get as hyped for Smash Bros. Characters as others do. unless it's like a super cool character. I got pretty hyped for Sephiroth, and Steve, obviously, but outside that, and Banjo. Actually, there's been a lot of great Smash Ultimate reveals, but I don't think there's really too many characters that could, like, give me hypes. But still, some really cool stuff. A lot of people have been wanting Xenoblade Chronicle characters in Smash, and they finally got it. Can't wait for everybody to complain on Twitter about there being another anime sword fighter. And then the last... What else do we got going on? Oh, yes, Splatoon 3. I don't know how I forgot about that. Now, I'm not personally that big of a fan. I picked up Splatoon 1 for the Wii U. Didn't really like it, and then didn't play Splatoon 2. But, like, it rarely seems like Nintendo's trying to push Splatoon, like, up to the big boys. I guess because Splatoon 2 sold really well. They're really trying to make it up there with, like, Smash and Zelda and Mario and Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, all those Pokemon. Really trying to push as a key Nintendo franchise. Splatoon 2 is just getting massive amounts of support with different updates and events and stuff. So that's pretty hyped. It seems like Nintendo actually, like, cares about this series, which is really cool. Maybe I'll pick up Splatoon 3. What else did we get shown off? Ninja Gaiden is getting I think either Xbox or Xbox 360 games. The 3D Ninja Gaiden games are getting a trilogy collection thrown onto the eShop, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, Mario Golf. That might be the hypest bit of this whole direct. I really liked Mario Tennis Aces. Probably more than I should have. I just thought the core gameplay was really good, but the problem I had with that game is that there wasn't a whole lot of stuff around it, outside the core meat and potatoes of the gameplay. There wasn't a whole lot of extra stuff. The story mode was pretty bare bones, but they're adding another story mode into Mario Golf, also a speed golf mechanic, where you can it's just free play golf, where you can just I guess I'm assuming stroke counts don't count, and it's just first person to get the ball into the hole wins, which seems pretty fun. Wario's got a dope cowboy hat, that's always nice. And really, Nintendo puts such a weird amount of effort into their Mario sports games, like Mario Tennis, stuff like Mario Tennis Open and Mario Tennis Ultra Smash were clearly like cash grabs, but recently and historically, Nintendo puts way more effort into Mario sports games than they really need to. So yeah, I think that might be... Oh yeah, all the fucking RPGs. So many RPGs. If you're an RPG fan, this was your direct, which kind of feels like every direct. And I feel like a lot of people are going to complain about how many RPGs there were, but from my memory, there's always a bunch of JRPGs in Nintendo Directs, even when they were making them consistently. But I guess we should talk about those. Legend of Mana is getting a remake. I know nothing about about the Mana series, but I'm sure someone is happy about it. All of their, 5 fans? And the other 2 RPGs is new Octopath Traveler game is coming out. Only everyone was really confused because they don't have a finalized title, so there's Triangle whatever project. But looks really fun. I believe, no, there isn't a demo, but there is a demo for Bravely Default 2, which looks like a pretty good game. I might pick it up depending if it's $60, definitely not. If it's in the 30 to 40 range, maybe. And then oh yeah, new Travis Touchdown game. I know nothing about the series, so I can't talk about it. So moving on, and then I think that's it. I mean, we got some Animal Crossing update, which looks pretty nice. I do think that the whole pipe system will add a decent amount to the game. I just don't really care about Animal Crossing that much anymore. Fall Guys is coming to Switch way late, but still a pretty good game. And yes, I think that's it. Yep. So overall, Direct was technically underwhelming in the sense of we expected so much, Like, looking back on all the hype surrounding this Direct, even though it just came out like an hour ago, everybody's like, oh, we're going to get the Zelda, and the Metroid Prime 4, and the Donkey Kong game, and Mario Kart 9, and it's like, that's not realistic. We get, like, one of those big announcements every now and then, but whatever. Splatoon 3 is definitely the big thing, coming out 2022. The thing is, I'm fine with not seeing gameplay of Breath of the Wild 2 for a little bit of time, because we know that the game is coming out, and that they said that development is going along smoothly. So, whatever. I'm okay with it, because it's not even like the Zelda game was revealed. We just still know that's coming out. Whatever. But I enjoyed myself in the Direct. I feel like Nintendo's year so far is looking like a lot of small little things that some people will like, not everyone will like, not everyone will buy. There doesn't seem to be a big system seller yet, which is probably because they haven't revealed it yet. Maybe around E3 time. I don't know if they're still doing E3, but I imagine companies will still be releasing game trailers and news around June, like Microsoft and Sony did that for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Nintendo probably had something going on, and stuff like that. But yeah, that means that there's still that opening for that big, like, release that they're going to try and push. And, will it be Breath of the Wild 2? I'm starting to have my doubts about that. Or will it be Pokemon Gen 4? Well, we're gonna have to wait to see what they reveal in their annual Pokemon Day or whatever. So yeah, I enjoyed it, but if you look at the schedule, there's a lot of solid stuff coming out. It's like February. We got Bravely Default 2 and Bowser's Fury, which, even though it's a port of a Wii U game, you're not buying it for Super Mario 3D World. Be real with yourself. Even though Super Mario 3D World is still a great game. March, we're getting freaking Monster Hunter. Like, again, that's a big series that's exclusive to Switch. And then April, we're getting Pokemon Snap. We're getting a bunch of... And then June, we're getting, Mario Golf. So there's a lot of little stuff in the first half of the year. We just know jack crap about the second half of the year. The Travis Touchdown game. Whenever the heck the new Octopath Traveler game's coming out. A lot of these games also have demos, so if you want to check those out, check those out. So yeah, I think Nintendo's future is a lot brighter than people give it credit. And should probably be a lot of good stuff coming out. So, yeah. Bye. This is a good Direct. I don't know why people are complaining. Bye.